Hello, peace and blessings. Happy Thursday, the day of abundance. I'm sitting in the carpool, so I decided that I would have some fun and come talk to you today. I'm very excited because I don't know if you saw, I posted about a course that I created in 2016. It's a course about self-love, but I never completed it by putting it out into the world. And so I came across the course and I was thinking I needed to do some updates to it and so I'm looking through and everything is done. I've got the workbooks, the content, everything is done, minus me actually recording the videos and doing the teaching, which I was going to probably do live anyway. And I'm sitting here thinking, why did I not put this out into the world? And my vision keeper, my accountability partner, asked me that same question. And when I think back to 2016, I was just kind of, because I was blogging. I had started blogging a long time ago before it became a popular thing to do. And then I really found that I was helping people and I really enjoyed that. And so I started training to become a life coach and decided that I would start my business. And so I did that. And there was just a lot of fear, I think, and doubt and just not having the confidence or the belief in myself. So I just sat on it. And looking at what I created now, it's girl, you should have been put that out into the world. And I think a lot of times the very thing that we want in our lives, whether it's love, whether it's abundance in the form of money, whether it's, a business, our dream body, whatever it is, our goals, we sit in fear or stay in whatever little box that we've been put in instead of doing the one thing that will get us the result that we want. And I think it's so fascinating because we can't see ahead. We can't see necessarily what's on the other side. And so it can be scary to stumble in the darkness. And so we just sit. We sit where we feel comfortable. We sit in areas that feel good to us instead of stepping outside of the comfort zone and doing what it takes to see growth and change in our lives. And so one of my things is that there's a lot of stuff that I want to do, that I want to create, that I want to experience. And the only way for me to do it is by actually going out and making it happen. If I want to start painting again, just got to start painting. If I want to reopen a physical location for my business, then I need to go looking at commercial properties. There's just, and I also feel because we're moving out of, we're propelling, right? There's this energy that feels like launch. It feels like go time. It feels like spring and summer energy all rolled up into a ball of fire. Maybe it's that Sagittarius energy, but there's this deep, pull, this call to go do things, to, be creative, to experiment, to do what it is that I have been called to do. And I've noticed a lot of other people are also having that same feeling. It's it's time. And I think if anything, the past 2-3 years, we have, had to, adjust, trying to figure out what life was going to be and everything. And now that we have kind of gone through the trenches, it's okay, even though things are imperfect, I can still make things happen. I can still show up for myself. I can still be the woman that I want to be. I can still have the experiences that I want to have in my life. So it's really about dropping limitations and excuses and choosing to, and I posted about this the other day, choosing to visualize you living abundantly ever after, whatever that means to you. If it's you in a happy, healthy relationship, if it's you, being wildly successful in your business or in your career, if it's you, being able to travel and go on trips, whatever that is for you, the more that you visualize it, see yourself in those situations, feel it as being real, as being something that's tangible, the more you start to magnetize that to yourself, you start to draw it into you, so that you next thing you know, your reality begins to shift and change, because you're doing what it takes in order to make change happen in your life. And it can absolutely feel scary. It can feel like I don't know what I'm doing. But anytime we start out to do something new, it's going to be scary. We are not going to know all of the pieces and parts and paths along the way. We just have to trust and take risks as we move forward. Another thing that I have been working on today is Spiritual Love Week. So this was one of my first kind of like summits, virtual conferences that I hosted, and it was a lot of fun. It's usually the week of Valentine's Day. I have not done it the past 2 years, so 2022 Spiritual Love Week is coming back full force. And I decided the topic was going to be on healing, rebuilding, and repairing relationships. There's a lot of information about maintaining relationships, about ending relationships, and like finding them. But I want to talk about repairing relationships, because I don't think that's talked about enough. So that's going to be exciting. So I'm working on that, and I'm going to find some amazing speakers and healers and teachers to come in and just do their thing, do their magic as it relates. I want it to be a blend of like teaching as well as like practices, so that it's like just a full-on experience of ways that you can heal and repair relationships. I want people to leave with tools and resources that are going to help them to make positive changes in relationships that maybe have been impacted in some way, whether it's, from infidelity, or just, sometimes there's just trust issues that keep people from really connecting with each other. So I'm very excited about that and look forward to pulling all of this together. There was something else that I wanted to say. So I talked about putting your ideas out there, going after what it is that you want to do. And if you're just joining, I'm Jovhannah, the Spiritual Love Healer. I am a spiritual healer, teacher, coach, energy healing practitioner. I have a lot of tools in my tool bag, but my focus is on helping people heal, grow, and live abundantly ever after from toxic and unhealthy relationships. And a lot of times that impacts our worth, how we show up in the world, how we feel about ourselves. So really helping you to kind of recreate yourself and manifest the love and the life that you truly desire and deserve. And today I was just talking about how I came across a course that I created about 5 years ago that I did not push the button on to really publish it and launch it out into the world. So that's something that I'm working on, as well as Spiritual Love Week, which is going to be a kind of like a conference, a virtual conference or summit, where we're going to be talking about healing, repairing, and rebuilding relationships, because we don't see a lot of, I don't come across a lot of information about it. And usually there's a thought like when a relationship ends, that's it, don't go back, things like that. And of course there are situations and circumstances where going back should not be an option. But for people who, there's a lot of shame around that, wanting to go back to a past relationship. So just wanted to provide some knowledge and resources around that. So, just to be of support. So I think that's going to be a very interesting topic to discuss. I'm just excited. The energy of this month, it feels so powerful and so dynamic. There's a lot of change going on. Oh, that's the other thing. Okay, so I love community and being in community and holding space with and for people. And so I have been on the hunt for the past, I'll say maybe 2 years, to find a community platform where I could house my groups, my communities. And I feel like I have finally found something that is going to work for me. So I'm working on putting that together. And it's just going to be the spiritual love community. Inside will be the different groups that I have. So there's the spiritual love circle. And that's usually when we meet, we get on Zoom and we talk about specific things. We'll do like some healing practices. So there'll be a lot of different healing applications inside of there. We'll do like some group Reiki circles, tarot card readings. We'll talk about affirmations, chakras, essential oils. All of the spiritual healing and wellness stuff is going to be in there, along with relationships. There's a special section, Healing Single Mothers, just for single moms, as well as Abundantly Ever After, where we're really going to be talking about manifestation and goal setting and things like that. So I am just so excited. I have been trying to find a way to like anchor my groups that felt good to me, that was outside of other platforms. So that's what I'm working on, and I hope that you will join me. I'll include the link in my bio if it's something that you're interested in. Again, this is a free group to join. It's where I can do what I love to do and you get to see it. So yeah, so there's just a lot of great things going on. I feel like 2021 is winding down on a very beautiful and high note. Okay, I'm trying to think, is there anything else that I wanted to talk about? There isn't. I think that's it. And I bet as soon as I close this out, there'll be a ton more things that come to mind. But I just want you to know that this is your sign that you can manifest your wildest dreams. You can manifest the love that you desire, the success, the abundance, the health, the happiness, the peace, the bliss, the adventure, the travel, whatever it is, you can absolutely manifest it. It is a matter of you deciding that you want it, deciding that you can have it, and choosing to act in alignment with those things. So I am sending you an abundance of love. Have a beautiful rest of your day. And I will be providing more details on the spiritual love community, on the RenewYou Discover Self Love is the name of the course that I was chatting about. There's like 6 modules, talks about self-love from a holistic perspective and so much more. It's so good. So I'll be providing more information about that, as well as Spiritual Love Week. So I will see you again soon. Peace.